Hey everyone, it's your sports medicine specialist patient, and today I would like to address with you what the scale does not tell you. So we're going to go ahead and dive in on this because this is vital. If you are new to your fitness journey, or maybe you've been on this journey for a while, I want to equip you with the knowledge and understanding of how to see the successful victories in your journey outside of what the scale just shows you, okay? Because the scale doesn't tell you everything. So let's go ahead and dive in. So we've already discussed the transformation reality, right? Which means this: we have to be honest with ourselves and say, I have done some things to my body that has now accumulated where I don't want to continue in this direction. Okay, so let's be honest with ourselves and understand that this took time to develop, right? So that means it's going to take time to take off. All right, so maybe the weight gain started a few years ago and now it's just maxed out. That means it's going to take, possibly a year to take it off. Okay, so let's be truthful. Now that we have been truthful about that, right? Now it's about moving forward and understanding how our fitness journey begins and what are some signs that we may see in the first few months. So the very common sign that I think most people want to address is this: when I step on the scale, right, I'm heavier. What in the world, right? And so a lot of times we find this as quickly as within the first week or even the first month of our journey. And I just want you to say, pause, hold up. That doesn't mean that everything is going backwards, right? That doesn't mean you're wrong. So let's take a truthful look into what are the possibilities of why the scale might have increased. First and foremost, you have what's called muscle. Right? Muscle is what tones the body. For women, it is what gives us our curves. It is what gives us a metabolism that functions correctly. It is what also supports our bones, right? Our structure. If we have back problems, this is vital that you develop strong muscles. Now, muscle is not heavier than fat. Okay, but it's dense, it's more compact. So please don't confuse the saying when people say, oh, well, the reason you're heavy on their scale is because muscle weighs more than fat. No, it doesn't. A pound is a pound, right? A pound of fat equals a pound of muscle, but it's denser. So that means is that you will not always notice that the scale changes. It might go up, it might increase, but you will notice is that your body transforms. You're going to see lines in your muscles, in those legs, right? Or your arms. You're going to see that your back fat is starting to decrease. You're going to notice your clothes fit differently. So let's take a look at this picture in front of us, right? And so I'm referring to the bottom half where it says that when you lose fat, but you gain muscle, on the scale, you may stay around the same weight or increase. But remember, muscle is what actually is helping you become smaller. That is where you are going to be reduced, and look for inches. Look at how your clothes fit. Look at, before and after pictures. And so understand that muscle is a good thing. You want more of that. All right. Now, again, you don't have to add, 10 pounds of muscle. That's not what I'm saying. But I want you to understand that on the scale, you cannot just say, oh, I've noticed 5 pounds has increased. That means it's all fat. Especially if you're weight training, if you have proper guidance, a lot of times your muscle is now activated. It is now in a position where it's building its strength. It's toning the body. And so you have to understand that the scale will show you that by an increase, but it is not showing you that, hey, this is a good thing, right? So this is where, again, as your coach, as your sports medicine specialist, I want you to understand it can be a good thing that you are gaining weight on the scale. More lean tissue that you have will ultimately burn more fat, okay? And so hopefully that kind of helps settle down the anxiety that usually comes about when we step on the scale. Okay. But again, dive in with this with your trainer, your coach. But I want you to understand you could lose 10 pounds of fat, but you gain 10 pounds of muscle. On the scale, it's going to show no progress. But you just saw the picture before. 10 pounds of muscle is great. Girl, it's going to make your legs look amazing, your glutes look great, your back fat slim down, your arms look amazing. So we want those 10 pounds of muscle, right? And so again, the more muscle that we accumulate when we tone will also help lose the fat. So if we gain the 10 pounds of muscle, most likely we'll lose 10 pounds of fat. If we gain 5 pounds of muscle, most likely we'll lose 5 pounds of fat. Now, there are different types of body types, ectomorphs, endomorphs, mesomorphs. And so that kind of goes into a whole different area that I won't address today. But in general, I want you to understand that the scale will not show you the progress. You're going to notice that you feel good, you're sleeping better, maybe your skin clears up, your pants are starting to drop a little bit, or for men, maybe you want the nice sized chest, maybe you want the abs to start showing through. These were things that you will start to see. But once you step on a scale, it's going to say, no, there's no progress, right? So be mindful of that. Please don't get tricked into that. And the other part I want you to see is this. Fat is a large sum, right? 5 pounds is pretty huge on the body. Look at 10 pounds, look at 15 pounds, look at 20. So the next time you say, oh yeah, I've only lost 5 pounds and I've been doing this for 6 months, look at all the possibilities. Look at the fat percentage. Look at the size that you have lost. Even if it's just 5 pounds lost, look at that, right? That's a lot of tissue that has been eliminated from your body. That's a victory. Okay. Maybe you've only lost 10 pounds or you're just on the verge of losing 10 pounds. Look at that size. Right? That is victory right there. So don't get discouraged by only the fat in pounds. Look at your muscle. Now, there's other reasons that creates your weight fluctuating, right? One day you might weigh in and you're 5 pounds less. The next day you weigh in and you're only 2 pounds, right? So be careful. I personally, you guys, I do have a scale at home. However, I am very rare in between when I weigh on it. And it's just because I'm confident in who I am and what I know I'm doing, and that I'm making the proper steps to love my body, to adjust it, to change it. And that again, if I step on the scale every single day, it actually starts a very unhealthy habit. Okay. So I just want to let you know, I can address that in another video, but it's very unhealthy to be tied to the scale. It mentally messes with you. It physically messes with you. So I do not encourage that by all means. That should not be a daily thing for you. But why does your weight fluctuate? Well, it could be loss of sleep. Right? Recovery is a huge asset to results, right? Maybe you ate a meal that had more sodium, right? Maybe the fact you went to the gym. Did you guys know that when you work out, your muscles become sore? There's also some water retention that happens. This is part of the recovery of your muscles. So on the scale, you're going to weigh a little bit heavier, right? There's a lot of other reasons that are behind why the scale fluctuates. So don't buy into them. It doesn't mean that you're wrong. And at the end of the day, guys, it's this. Love your bodies. Love the fact that you're changing it. Be confident in that. What you're doing is correct. If you need help, get a trainer. But at the end of the day, guys, in this picture, I just want to let you know, I weighed over 190 pounds right here. Right. But again, I feel great. I look great. I'm not worried about what the scale says about me. I am in a good mindset. Okay, so notice that in your fitness journey, it's not just about the weight on the scale. It's about how your body looks, how it's transforming, how your clothes are fitting, how you breathe better, your cardio system stronger. You can last longer than other people in a fitness program, right? So let's take away the pride. But okay, you guys understand the scale will not show you those amazing victories. It's only going to show you numbers. All right. So hopefully this helps you guys out. And again, I'm so happy for you. Move and continue to shake the world in your fitness journey.